Woo!
What the fuck?
Well, a big mistake. Cause look, I could spot him with my SMG and shoot him with my 𝐸𝐈 and get the spotter damage.
Rogue drone detected. Rogue seeker mine detected.
Yep. Oh, he's almost down. Oh, my drone got him. Don't get me, Wall.
Oh, he's dead. Somebody else is bleeding him back there too.
Watch your back, right, just behind you.
Yeah, bro. My drone spotted him. Oh, somebody want to snipe back here?
Uh-oh.
Behind us. He's almost dead. Get him down.
Oh, this healer. Looks like a
Alright,
fresh
bro.
air.
Guy coming. Oh, he got nailed by the mortar. Getting dirty back there.
Hey, what's up everybody? Identity back with another build video. Man, I was in conflict and getting so frustrated because so many people were running cheese. This inspired me to get back in the lab and create 3 builds back to back. And the other 2 are soon to follow, so stay tuned. Enforcer is a PvP and a PvE build with the capability to stack very high damage from so many different areas. There's something special about this build as well that I found out later after all this time. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Yo, what is up, man? I had to get right into this because during this time at Division, it kind of allowed me to really hone in and make builds that I would never have thought of before. Because I'm not doing that many missions, all I'm really doing is playing PvP and running around in the dark zone every now and then. So when I got this backpack that I'm gonna show you in this build, it inspired me to make this setup. And it's literally crazy. I mean, 𝐁𝐞𝐜 now, I don't know if they're gonna have to nerf it. I don't think they should personally, because there are a few other things that's overpowered that need to be nerfed. So 𝐁𝐞𝐜, I think it fits right in and you can use it with pretty much any build. Now, the specialization I'm going with is Technician. And you guys know Technician is pretty much the best specialization for hybrid builds. And they're my favorite type if you didn't know already. And let me show you what's special about this when I was talking about it in the intro. This MP5ST I have not used yet, but my clanmate Horatio has always been talking about the fact that it has a long barrel on it and you can use the Technician laser with an SMG. On top of the fact that this has 52 rounds in the magazine, so it feels like an AR. And it hits really hard. Now the rolls are decent, only 11% SMG damage, but I'm not really worried about that. When using a hybrid build, it's kind of hard to get critical hit damage and crit hit chance. But if you have an SMG, then this helps you a lot to get where you need to be because it comes already with 21% crit chance. Now I'm definitely going to farm for another MP5ST so I can get a max roll. Fortunately, this came with 𝐁𝐞𝐜, so I just rolled 10% damage to targets out of cover on it. And I'm sure so many of you know what 𝐁𝐞𝐜 does. So any skill that you use is gonna work in your favor because whenever you fire your weapon, it gives you weapon damage and skill damage, and the damage is doubled. All right, for my secondary, I'm running with the 𝐸𝐈. I've always wanted to use the 𝐸𝐈 in a build. I've only used it literally like 1 time, and the fact that it's a god roll and it hits for 100k is nuts. It's near max crit chance and crit damage, and I'm also able to use it with spotter. As you know, exotic weapons already come with their own attachment, so it's nothing you can add on to it. So how am I running spotter with it, right? I'm gonna show you in a minute. I'm not even using the Maxim 9, it's just there as a placeholder. Only 2 weapons I'm using is the MP5 and the 𝐸𝐈, period. That's all you need. So for the mask, the Hollow Man. This is a great mask and it eluded me for a little bit in the DZ, but once I started getting it, they started dropping like flies. Now, this comes with 10% health damage, which helps out a lot because ARs do health damage, and also the Technician specialization does extra damage to dogs and robotics, and any enemy that doesn't have an armor bar, their HP is considered health. Those heavies that have those HP bars, that's not armor. The only armor is what they have aesthetically. It's not even real armor. That's health. Anything that those enemies have are health. The red bars, the only ones that have armor are the ones where you see the actual armor. But this helps with destroying those heavies quicker. So this is great in PvE, especially against Black Tusk. Another reason why I have this Hollow Man mask is because I don't need any more crit chance. I'm pretty much maxed out with my 𝐸𝐴 and my MP5. And the 10% hazard protection helps out a lot too. Okay, this is a nice chest piece. I used it with my Blind Fury build, and I really wish that this was rolled to critical hit damage, but you get what you get, you know. It's still a really good rolled chest piece, and I have spotter on it, okay? Now, I did say I'm using the Technician laser with an SMG, which is crazy. I think there's only one more that has a long barrel, which allows you to put the Technician laser on there. So I'm able to have max crit and an SMG that hits almost as hard as an AR. Now there's two ways that you can use spotter against the enemy with the 𝐸𝐴. Like I said, you can pull the MP5 out, spot the enemy, then switch to your 𝐸𝐴 and use it that way. Or what I did not know, what I just found out about was that the drone, not the scanner drone, but the striker drone. If you're wearing spotter on your chest piece, the striker drone spots your enemies for you. So you can send out your striker drone with your 𝐸𝐴 out and it will pulse them, and you'll get that pulse damage. Now, I don't know if the drone gets that same 15% amplified damage to pulse enemies. I haven't tested it yet, but I definitely will. Let me know down in the comments if it does, because I just found out about this and I was telling some of my clanmates and they had no idea. So for the holster, I'm using the 𝐸𝐴 for the 2-piece critical hit damage. I need the SMG damage and I need the crit damage. So the 2-piece 𝐸𝐴 was the best way to go. Now, I did say I was using the drone, right? The striker drone specifically. Yo, look at this backpack, all right? It's pretty much God rolled. I got it off a rogue agent in the DZ, and as soon as I got this, I thought of a build idea. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but this thing turned out so good. I mean, I said I was using the striker drone, right? Now, the striker drone is more than an annoyance, especially with this. Even if you don't have any skill tier, which I have one, it does really good damage if you let it sit there and shoot you. Now, with combined arms, when you shoot an enemy, this increases your total damage by 25% for 3 seconds. Don't worry about that 3 seconds, because as long as you're shooting, that turret is still going to be doing that damage. Now, initially, I wanted to have future perfect to where I can do more turret damage. Once I get a kill, it stacks, my skill tier goes up, you know how that goes. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just worry about my weapons, and I'm gonna have my turret do some pretty decent damage while still annoying the enemy and being a distraction. So I was in a conflict match, and I sent my drone out to an enemy behind the corner. He started shooting at my turret. That gave me an opportunity to push out to him and finish him off. Now, the great thing about having this MP5 and this 𝐸𝐴 is that they both have a high amount of ammo capacity. The MP5 has 52 rounds, which is some of the highest on any SMG, and the 𝐸𝐴 has 60. So as soon as I run out of my MP5 ammo, I just switch to my 𝐸𝐴 and finish them off while they're pulsed. This synergy is crazy, man. And one of the skills that I'm using is the EMP sticky bomb, because once again, so many people use the Crusader shield, especially with firewall. It does massive damage. So this is just my counter. As long as people are going to be using the shield, it's as long as I'm going to be using the EMP sticky bomb. Bottom line. The knee pads, I'm glad that I'm finally not using the Fox's Prayer. I use it a lot just for that targets out of cover damage, but I got 10% damage to targets out of cover on my SMG. So this still does an immense amount of damage within sync and spotter and all that stuff together. So I'm doing good and I'm not worried about it. Plus the 15% headshot damage along with the 10% headshot damage I'm getting with the 𝐸𝐴. This build is great, man, and it's honestly amazing in PvP. It's amazing in PvE, both. You know, I was running a mission going crazy on those NPCs and I love it. I mean, I did not think that during this time I was able to come up with a build like this. I know I haven't sync, but I mean, what else am I gonna do, right? And sync is just a great talent. Why not use it? But the fact that I have an SMG that has the Technician laser on it and use spotter with the 𝐸𝐴 without even having to use pulse is great. So I definitely recommend that you guys try this build out. I've been thinking about what builds I can make for Skyscraper coming up. This one is gonna be good, I think. But the next build that I got coming, it's a juggernaut, man. And it's perfect for PvE content like Skyscraper, because I'm assuming Skyscraper is going to be like some type of horde resistance type mode, and I'm ready for it, and I hope you guys are too. So if this build helped you out in any way, if you enjoyed this build, then please drop a like and don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Until I see you in my next video, be right out.